The Family and Medical Leave Act aims to provide employees with unpaid leave during certain family and medical events, leaving them free to focus on what matters most. It also promotes equal employment opportunities for men and women and accommodates the legitimate interests of employers. FMLA applies to specific covered employers in the private sector, or a public agency or school. How do you know if your company is considered covered? Well, private sector employers are covered if they have more than 50 employees in 20 or more work weeks in a calendar year. An employee is anyone working any part of a work week, and work weeks don't have to be consecutive. Employees must also be counted if their name appears on payroll records, even if they don't receive compensation for their work, if they are on paid or unpaid leave and are expected to return, or if they are part-time, temporary, or seasonal. Companies don't have to count employees who have been laid off, are unpaid and don't appear on payroll records, or are stationed at work sites outside of the United States. Many public agencies are also covered under FMLA, regardless of the number of employees they have. These include federal government agencies like the United States Postal Service, the Federal Aviation Administration, and in some instances, the judicial branch of the government. Local education agencies like public and private elementary and secondary schools are also covered under FMLA. A corporation is considered a single employer under FMLA, rather than its individual divisions or branches. Separate businesses can be part of a single company if they are an integrated employer, meaning they share common management, interrelation between operations, centralized control of labor relations, and a degree of common ownership or financial control. Employees of these covered businesses are eligible for FMLA if they've worked for the employer for at least 12 months for at least 1,250 hours over that time. The 12 months of employment don't have to be consecutive, and part-time, temporary, or seasonal work count towards the 12 months. Any combination of 52 weeks equals 12 months. The 1,250 hours of work requirement is met when an employee has worked this much in the 12 months immediately preceding the start of FMLA leave. This averages to be about 24 hours per week and only includes time worked, including overtime, not any paid time off, vacation, holidays, or sick leave. If an employer believes that a worker hasn't met this time requirement to be eligible for FMLA, it is up to them to show proof. This means that accurate record keeping of employee work hours is crucial. It's important to note that some states have their own family and medical leave laws, and nothing in the Federal Family and Medical Leave Act prevents employees from receiving additional protections under these laws. However, employers aren't allowed to interfere with, restrain, or deny the exercise of any FMLA right. This includes any employer retaliation against employees taking FMLA leave. Employees who believe their rights have been violated could file a complaint with the Wage and Hour Division of the United States Department of Labor, or file a private lawsuit against the employer. This is just one of the reasons that employers need to understand the Family and Medical Leave Act, its components, and processes.